This resolution would recognize September 15th through October 15th of this year as Hispanic Heritage Month in the state of Michigan. Hispanic and Latino culture has had a long and meaningful influence on our state, and recognition of the economic, cultural, and social contributions brought by Spanish-speaking people is celebrated during this period every year. We are and always have been a nation of immigrants. American culture is a complex tapestry interwoven with strands from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. It is important we recognize and celebrate that. From music and food to laws and technology, we have been gifted the last 2 centuries by the sights, sounds, and wisdom of Hispanic and Latino people. Our nation and our state would be incomplete without all of the contributions they have made. And I ask my colleagues now to support by expressing our gratitude for that in the passage of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Guerra. And also for purposes of addressing the resolution, Representative Camilleri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of the resolution to proclaim September 15th through October 15th Hispanic Heritage Month in the state of Michigan. I'm sure some of you are wondering why someone named Darrin Camilleri is up here today speaking on behalf of this resolution for Hispanic Heritage Month, but surprise, I'm a Latino too. You see, my mother is of Mexican descent, and her family has been here for a couple of generations. Some of my ancestors crossed the border and became citizens, and some even had the border cross them down in Texas. In Michigan, we have a long history of Latinos being here in the state, most folks coming here in the early 1900s, but some people still arrive every single day. Many Latinos have blended into American culture and have married into families of different ethnicities. Folks like Dorothy Comstock Riley, who was the first Hispanic woman elected to the Supreme Court here in Michigan or in any state across the country, or someone like Sandra Hughes O'Brien, who sits on the Wayne State Board of Governors and is a statewide elected official, or someone like me, who of the approximately 300 Latinos serving in state houses across the country, is the youngest Latino legislator in the nation. Hispanic Heritage Month is important because Latinos in Michigan come from all backgrounds and have diverse family stories, and we should recognize our contributions. We're dreamers, builders, auto workers, nurses, caregivers, cooks, teachers, and business owners. As we recognize the accomplishments, culture, and hard work of Latinos in Michigan this month, let's remember that there are thousands of Latinos across our great state. We exist in everyone's district and community, and as our community seems to be dealing with difficult political challenges today, please remember that our Latino community here in Michigan is broad and diverse. We are Michiganders just like everyone else. Colleagues, I urge you to support this resolution and co-sponsor it on today's calendar. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Camilleri. And Representative, point of inquiry, are you younger than Representative Guerra? Okay.
Yes, sir, I am.
Thank you. For purposes of addressing the resolution, the chair recognizes Representative Geiss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I urge my colleagues to support the resolution, H.R. 147, to celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month. And like my colleagues before me, I too am Latina. I'm probably the best example of being an undercover Latina. My family came here 2 generations ago. I'm a second-gen American from Panama, which is in Central America. It's so important to recognize the beautiful tapestry of the Hispanic diaspora that is part of this country and our communities. Now here in Michigan, it's easy to think solely of Mexico, but it is incumbent upon us to remember and respect that we or our families and ancestry in full or in part hail from Spain, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Central America, the Dominican Republic, and South America, as well as Mexico here in North America. And even within our ancestral countries of origin, there is much diversity and a variety of cultural practices. In the world and in the States, we contribute to the economy, the vast cultural stew of this country. We are educators, lawyers, nurses, and physicians, members of the military, business owners, engineers, elected...
Members, we have colleagues attempting to address us. Your attention, please. Representative Geiss.
Thank you. In the world and in the States, we Hispanics and Latinos contribute to the economy and the vast cultural stew of this country. We are educators, lawyers, nurses and physicians, members of the military, business owners, engineers, elected officials, farmers and agricultural workers, and so much more. We share many faith traditions, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, other Christian sects, and other religions and faith traditions that many people are unaware of. Some of us are obviously of Hispanic heritage with Latin surnames. Others of us, like me, are undercover, but celebrate and cherish a cultural identity that is mezclada. So while we recognize National Hispanic Heritage Month, I also ask that we seek to look beyond differences and seek to gain deeper understanding of and knowledge about our diverse diaspora, and like my colleagues, welcome your co-sponsorship of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Geiss. Question for the House is the adoption of House Resolution 147. All those in favor will say aye. All those opposed will say nay. The resolution is adopted.